room, and we're gonna get this podcast jumping off. Hello, everyone. I am Paul Wizzo. I'd like to welcome you out to Wizzo Talk. If you'd like to subscribe to Wizzo Talk, the link is in the description or strolling right there across the bottom of the screen. I appreciate your support. If you click that notification bell, make sure you subscribe. And goddamn, but PM that threw his hat over. Boy, y'all didn't fuck me up rocking your caps up here, making me mess up my damn intro.
I'm trying to support, man.
But so yeah, you like to be a guest on Wizzo Talk, by all means, send me a smoke signal, carrier pigeon, send me a message on Paul Wizzo, hey, and we'll get you on the show. And don't worry about a topic, because I always keep plenty of topics. And remember, it's absolutely free, 100% free to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate your support. So if you're watching this from Facebook, by all means, please hit that link in the description and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're going to welcome y'all out to Barbershop Talk. I'm going to let my guys intro themselves, and then we're going to get ready to get this podcast popping. So let's go and start on up at the top with Seven. Come on with it, Seven.
Yo, much bliss to everybody out there, man. It's your favorite boy that everybody loves to hate, man. 7 points to bliss, aka the Pomegranate Samurai, man. Check me out under After Real Truth, on one word. Y'all can Google it. You can find my podcast in the Cosmic Currency 777 on Spotify. Although nobody ever tries to listen to my shit, I don't think nobody likes my opinion. You can check my artwork out on After Real Truth. Nobody ever checks my shit out. It's crazy. My shit is hella nice. And it's an honor to be here with you, gentlemen, yet again, man. I really wish Jason was here with us, man.
Yeah, he on next week. Hey, but y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something on Seven artwork. He does have some fly shit. I got a shirt from him a long time ago, and he definitely has some fly shit. So, anyone out there right now, y'all check him on out. Seven, if you would, you know how to log on to the other one and post your link over off in the description or something like that. Because if you post it to me, it's just gonna come in the private chat. But I will share it also. So, all right. But anyway, all right, let's go on over here to PM. PM, what you got for us? Okay, Kevin. Okay, let me come over here to Rico.
What's going on, everyone? Hey, it's Rico, and I'm back once again. Hey, been traveling, been busy, but hey, and I love being here. I can't look forward. I'm looking forward to what we're about to talk about. Actually, if you want to follow me, I'm riding with Rico on TikTok and YouTube.
All right, that's what's up. All right, well, let's come over here to the country boy and see what's up with it.
What's happening now? Yeah, it's your favorite country boy, as you can see. All about the cooking. Cooking up something good. I'm happy to be here, man. Y'all can find me on Instagram at countryboy_81.
All right, that's what's up, country boy. All right, let me see what we got the doctor over here. Doctor, what we got going on with that intro?
Oh, greetings and salutations, good people. Just want to start off by saying I just recently printed my certificate for being a doctor, and I also became an Esquire. Although it's not official, but you better respect my authority.
All right, then.
Yeah.
As always, it's Big Poke Dog on any other social media platforms, and I did bring a word of the day as usual.
Okay.
Today's word is misandry. Misandry is the hatred of, contempt for, or prejudice against men or boys. It is a form of sexism or bigotry, prejudice in that light, directed specifically at the male gender. Also acts as a counterpoint to misogyny. And I want to bring that up because I think it was 2 weeks ago of the conversation we had, because that's what I'm going to be on today. And I'm going to be on your ass, Wizzo. You know I love you, but I'm going to dig in your ass.
All right, bring that shit over then. Break it over. That's what's up. Let's go up here to PM. He's back there. PM, what you got for us?
Man, I was a little bit slow. I didn't have my headphones plugged in, wondering why everybody doing this. And not me. It's the PM Lifestyle Podcast, man. I'm here with the fellas. I got my Wizzo merch on. If you don't know, now you know, man. I'm saying he's sending them out, man. Real fresh, real dope. You know what I'm saying? Lively. I feel like a new Negro out here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I want to say, thanks for having me on, man, and welcome back. So I'm ready to chop it up with y'all fellas, man.
All right, that's what's up, man. I appreciate y'all rocking that Wizzo Talk merch right there. Okay, you say you got to talk. Okay, I get with you on that then. Hey, guys, so for those that's watching right now, maybe you're catching live or maybe you catch the replay, Here at Barbershop Talk, we all just bring up different topics. We talk about random shit. There's no one knows what the other person's gonna bring up. Have no idea. Even though Pope just said a little bit, a snippet about what he had, but hey, we don't know. It's just like when you sit down in that barbershop chair, you have no idea what that barber's gonna talk to you about.
Yeah, man.
I've always put out before that, hey, if you like to be a guest on Wizzo Talk, if you have a topic, or do or don't worry about it. If you like to use Wizzo Talk platform to express yourself, just reach out to me and let me know. And that's why we're here tonight, because one of the guys reached out to me and he said, Wizzo, shit, I got something to say. I say, shit, say less. Let me assemble the team and shit, and boom, here we are.
Yeah, here
But
we are.
before we get off into our first topic, I want to do something different. I usually throw this out every now and then. So what I want from everybody, if you choose to, just one thing that either you were excited about, something that you're happy about, something that made you smile, or anything of that nature that just brighten your day, whether it was today, last week, or whenever. So I just want to just know any one little thing. I'm sure there's many. So we're gonna start from the bottom this time and work our way across. So let's start from Rico. Just anything that you want to share that's something positive that made you happy, made you smile. What's up?
Um, I got I had two good things that happened to me yesterday. I got a free car wash, and I bought some sea moss. I take sea moss, and I bought some from the lady I normally buy it from here in Killeen, and she gave me a free one because I was a good customer. That
Okay.
made me, and they both happened yesterday, so I was happy about those two things.
All right, that's what's up. All right, country boy, what's up? What's up? What you got for us?
Hey, man. Hey, recently, man, I had grandbaby 6 and 7, man. So listen, man, it don't get no better than that, man. It don't get no better than that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, that's what's up. Appreciate that, doctor. What you got for us, doctor?
I got two for you actually.
Okay.
Um, a small win I think every day that I have is just once I learned about it, I felt like I was being more disciplined, more like an adult. And that's making my bed up.
Mm,
Yeah, making my bed up any morning, that's a win for me. And when I go into the bedroom and it looks clean, I get
yeah.
to smile about that.
Okay.
Now, a bigger one like involves life is my wife has shown me that she's grown and learned. And what we were talking about is observation. It is something that I had discussed with her years and years ago, but she didn't understand it, kind of got into an argument about it. But here recently, she saw it exactly as I was saying it.
Ah.
Mm.
And she came to me with that, like, oh my goodness, I did not realize how correct and how sincere you were when you were trying to explain it to me. That right there, like that had stayed on her mind and that she was able to realize the truth of the matter. That was a big smile to me because that just growth, and then just knowing I was correct without it being any bravado stuff. That made me smile because she understood that I was saying that with the best intentions,
Yeah,
even
that's
though it
what's
made her feel at that time like I was attacking her or women in general.
okay. That's what's up. All right, appreciate it. Appreciate it. PM, what you got?
Man, I'm pretty excited, bro. I got my merch out right now. So I got the lifestyle merch. And also Wizzo, you got the street graduate clothing. So I just did a pop-up shop this past weekend. It was very successful, man. So
Mhm.
very, very, very happy about that.
Yeah,
For
that's
sure, for
what's up.
sure.
That's what's up. Yeah, I hadn't rocked my street graduate yet, but best believe I'm gonna rock it soon, and I'm gonna send you a picture of it too, and feel free to post it, cause shit, that's just how
Please
we
do. I
roll.
need that.
All
Need
right,
that.
Seven, what you got?
I think the thing that has brought me the most joy, not only just today, but I say with the past few months, is with every passing day, the world is falling apart more and more. I love it. It's beautiful, bro. Because
Well,
once it falls apart, it can't do nothing but get better. Because it's a piece of shit right now.
All right, hey, that's for the work. And for me myself, my grandkids, they'll message me, they'll send me a text, and it just when they be saying "paw paw," I just love that shit. My
man,
my
hey,
Finally
two
man.
make
year
me
old
melt, don't it?
Yeah, man, my 2-year-old, she said, "Hey, Papa," and man, I love that shit. And my
That
grandboys, they
shit,
text me and
that
say,
shit hit different, man. That shit
"Yeah,
hit different.
yeah." My grandboys text me, man, and they say, "Hey, Papa, how you doing? I'm just checking on you and shit like that, man. That shit make me feel good." So I
Already.
appreciate my granddaughters. I send them a little change every now and then. They got Cash App cards, and I send them
Yeah,
stuff like that, man. But just when they say Papa, that shit, man, that shit just hit different. So anyway, so guys, I appreciate everybody sharing that. Now with all that out the way, now it's time for us to get on down off into this shit. So as I was saying, I assembled the team because Country Boy said, "Wizzo, I got something to say." I said, "Country Boy, don't come up in there with none of that old bullshit." He said, "Don't
hey
worry about
man,
it, partner. I got you."
man, I ain't with the bullshit. Yo, with that bullshit,
Already.
dumb ass shit.
All
You know
right,
what I'm saying?
Country Boy, what you started us off with up in this barbershop?
Which kind of me, Seven and P kind of we kind of touched on it on P's on a lifestyle podcast. But how you fellas feel about can a woman raise a man, bro? I don't believe it. With no, when I say raise a man, I mean raise a man with no positive male around nowhere.
Okay. So let me touch on this and then we'll see who else have something to say. Now, I was raised by my mom. My dad is in the same town that I live in, but had
Right,
really not played a part in raising me. Now,
right,
I would say that mothers, I'm 59, so back then are a lot different than the mothers are today. You know, and how I mean they just was a lot stronger. The women of today, they kind of some of them, not all, has been messed over, been misused by men. Not to say that my mom wasn't, for as I know she wasn't by men, even though she was divorced, but they just raising them to be. We talked about it kind of a little on the soft side or something like that. You can't you can't say nothing to them. As me, if I see this kid running around in the neighborhood, they used to say it takes a village to raise a child. Then that mom over there, she want to get her ass on the back, her ass on the shoulder. You can't say that to my son. You can't say this. So long story short on that, because I don't usually be long, I kind of get to my little point about it. I think that women of the day are struggling with it. They can do it, but I think women back then was a lot stronger with it. Cause like I say, I was my mom, matter of fact, my mom raised three boys, so she, and by herself. And I will say this: when I was going to school and shit and got in trouble, I had the key to the mailbox. So anytime they sent a letter home, she never saw it.
you you be you be into the mailbox.
Yeah. So
Okay,
I mean, go ahead.
like did you have okay like did your mama have brothers or like you have like a papa like you love the title papa? Most people have. See, you had one of them rare mamas, bro.
I ain't had
Like,
shit.
like you say back then. True enough, back then they was built different. That's
Yeah.
facts. They was built totally different.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's very rare that you see a successful man who done maybe you'll turn your life around.
Yeah.
There's only been raised by a woman and nothing but women. Like I did 4 years. I went to the penitentiary, did 4 years. Most of the dudes that I met that only had their mama, didn't have papa, didn't have uncles, didn't have nothing. The streets became that male figure. And most of them went to jail. Done had got a record, done went to jail. I never met a dude or even a woman that was locked up saying I was raised by a single dad. Single dad household to me is different these days than a single mama household.
Okay.
It's more attention, it's paying more attention, it's like you say, they ain't got your ass. I don't mind if my neighbor see my son out here doing fucking up, doing some dumb shit, and hey, get your ass together. You know what your daddy gonna say. You know what your daddy gonna think. So when I see him, I appreciate you, bro, cause he know better than shit than that. But females, they not gonna do that. That kid
Yeah.
gonna go right home, like you say, making them soft. Mama, she over there and said this to me, and before you even know what the situation is, you going over there all over in this bitch shit. For what?
Okay. Okay. Anybody else got any comment on that? Can a woman raise a man? A
Yes.
child? Oh, go ahead, Rico.
Um, I mean, a woman can raise a man, a boy or a son, but statistically speaking, they don't raise them well because over, I believe it's like 75 to 80% of the prison population come from single mother homes. Single mother
Hey,
homes produce the most high school dropouts, the most likely, of course, like the children going to commit crime. The children won't have a stable family and things like that. And also, statistically speaking, a single father home is equivalent to the same as a two-parent home with mother and father. So because as men, we provide structure and discipline. And I'll give you an example. I was speaking with a friend of mine, female, and she was telling me um, that she's fixing her door and she has two grown sons that live with her. And I was like, why are you doing that? Well, I asked my boys to do it and they still haven't done it. So I do. I say, well, you setting a precedence. I was like, why would they do it when there's no consequences? I say that's the difference between a man and a woman. If if their dad would have said that, they gonna do that because it's going something gonna come behind that. So I say that for the ladies, if you don't give these boys confidence, guess what they're gonna do? I mean, not confidence, consequences. They're gonna act with you how they do the women that they encounter in their lives because that's what they're used to. A woman asks them to
mm,
do something because it's no consequences behind it. So can they do it? Yes, but the results more than likely will not be good for those children.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? Comments? Seven?
Um, I don't know how serious you guys gonna take this, but as you can see from my background, I'm in the future, so I think a little differently from you present day people. So
Love it.
now, when a question is brought to me like, can a woman raise a man? I definitely believe that a woman can raise a man, but it's not going to be good because I know a lot of people are against this. But if we really look at what's going on, most women are retarded. Now, this is not a joke. This is serious. Most women are. They are chaotic. So that question, can a woman raise a boy to be a man? It reminds me of an old saying. And the old saying is like this: a wise woman once told me, and she started off by saying, a man once told me. There you go. That's it, man. A man once told her.
I
That's the
love it.
smartest shit they can say, man.
I love it.
Yeah. I got you on
man,
that
that was real.
already. Okay. PM Pokey. Who? Which one? One of y'all?
I mean, I think from my point of view, like country boy was saying, if it's he expected where if his son goes outside, somebody was gonna put him back in his place, and he's gonna come out and say, appreciate that. And I think a lot of the women are raising the softer men nowadays because they don't have the same morals of which I grew up on. I left it like we had the conversation in the show about the same thing. I was saying that one of the guys came into my kid's life and he wasn't confident in his, I guess, his lifestyle or whatever it was, him being a man. So me asking him to sit down and just say, hey, you're gonna be around my daughter in the future. Let's chop it up and just see, just in case you might have some problems with her. I can take a different angle and we can help raise them separately in the same home. I mean, different homes, but she still have that father figure. You know what I mean? So I was kind of like trying to
Right.
feel him out because this somebody's gonna be around my kids that I didn't know. So in a situation like that, I think that the certain age of these certain men are being raised by their mother, they're a lot softer, in the words of Seven would say, because we don't come up on the same backgrounds or the same history of the ones that, like you said, had that background of uncles, grandfathers, and all these dudes that try to help you, stay in your place or just try to make you better. You know what I'm saying? You had a little bit of consequences to pay when you was dealing with older fellas, or you had that background to help
Hmm.
support, be the supporting cast of the mother. And I think nowadays, with a lot of the guys being in prison, not able to deal with the mothers in situations to where they just can't get along, or the children are being used as pawns, that even makes it even harder for any man to come in and help chastise the situation in a good way for the child to have a positive outcome in his future and things of that nature. Because the mothers, the first one that makes him softer at the same time, she's not going to be the one to be able to aid him in what he's needing, the nutrients to become a man. So I don't think in some cases Nowadays, especially nowadays, that some women can't hack it because it's a lot of women like we seen on Boys in the Hood. Hey, Trey, you need to go stay with your daddy. It's the situations right now where I'm hearing, in the barbershop, because I'm in the barbershop,
Yeah.
or of women. Hey, right now I tried my best up until this point. Now, can you take your son? And I'm like, well, you might have had problems way beforehand. You should have gave him to dad a long time ago
Long time
to
ago.
help it out. So I think that's some of the things that we're facing right now, as just as a people.
All right, that's what's up. All right, Pope,
Hey,
what's up?
Wizzo.
Oh, go ahead.
Hey, I just wanted to add one more thing real quick, if it's not
Yeah,
disrupting
yeah,
anybody.
yeah.
If we just currently pay attention to a lot of the stuff that we hear the women say, like a man arguing back is sassy, a man having too many feelings is sassy. It's a lot of stuff that women say is sassy for men to do, which one shows how negative women are. Because if you're sassy because of that, that means women do that, which means they're negative because you're complaining about a man acting like a woman. So that means you're fucking retarded. Two, this goes to show how women feminize men. They're not doing a good job. You're raising little girls. If you thinking men acting like women, then stop raising these men to become women. And a lot of women argument will be, well, what about their daddies? Well, stop being a stupid bitch chasing these men off. Because obviously you ain't chasing them off when you letting them nut in you. It's not a problem
Damn.
when they fucking you, but it's a problem when they not. That has to be looked at. You know what I'm saying? Like my homeboy, he just got out of jail. And a girl told me, she was like, your friend is out here being a problem. And I said, no, my friend can be a problem, but he's not the problem because the women he was laying down with fucking, they loved him when he was nutting in them and fucking the shit out of him. But now that he want to see his kids and he just got out of jail, now he's a problem. How is that a problem?
Mhm.
He's trying to take his responsibility. A lot of these women stop men from caring about their children because these men don't care about the women no more. And that shows you in a bottom line manner, a lot of these women are selfish, man. That's all I had to say.
Gotcha. Okay,
Um,
and we're gonna hear from Pope from Doctor. And I will say this here. I brought up. I don't know if Pope was on this one or not. When I brought up these young guys wearing these dang on hair bonnets all in the store and shit like
Yeah.
that. But I come back
These,
to that.
these bonnet babies.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is this dude in here with a bonnet on in the store and house shoes and some goddamn pajamas? But we're gonna go on and let Pope come on. Can a woman raise her son to be a man? So Pope, what's up with that?
Well, I wanted to bring up two different examples of both single mothers
Okay,
raising successful men.
okay,
LeBron James and Kevin Durant. Now, both of these are very successful men, but do you see the differences in their behaviors? And the reason I'm bringing this up is because can a woman raise a man? Sure, it's possible. Is it probable? Not likely. But when I'm going back to LeBron James, you see him as being a great father, a, a, a great father. I know some people think it's nepotism, but he got his son, he set his son up for wealth that's going to be set for the rest of his life.
yeah,
And his other son, more than likely, he's going to do the same thing for him. He's got his daughters getting ready to be great people as well, it looks like. And his wife is always smiling when you see her. Now, on the other hand, we got Kevin Durant, who is sneaky than a motherfucker.
mm,
This motherfucker, he Twitter fingers, it's very emotional. Uh, I don't know if you've ever seen how he dotes on his mother, and I don't particularly have a problem with doting on your mother, but he does it to the point where it looks almost like some Oedipus Rex syndrome going on.
yeah,
And that's like the biggest, like to me, the easiest way to just get you to identify. Yes, it's possible because you got LeBron James, but more than likely you'll get a Kevin Durant that isn't successful.
mhm,
That'll still be a Twitter figure, burner account, shisty, no leadership, decent and relies on whatever his talent is, but doesn't put the work in that a man would when he know he could be better. That's Kevin Durant. And when I look at LeBron James and compare Kevin Durant again, both single mothers, two different outcomes when you talk about the personalities and actions that they take, though.
Okay.
So
Right.
yes, it's possible, but it's not probable, and you'll end up with more than likely someone who's extra emotional, like Kevin Durant, who will take his ball and go home in the middle of a game, basically.
Mhm. Okay.
Um,
Oh,
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 go
go ahead,
ahead.
Rico. No, go ahead.
Um, one, I talk to females. I have quite a few female friends, and I listen to them talk. And one thing I said to them, I pointed out to them, was that they're complaining about how men are, right? They're complaining about how men are. And then when they get a son, most of them they raise their son and teach their son things that they believe, that woman believes that a man should act, or raising their son to act like the man that she wants, and don't realize that she's making him feminine and not acting like a man, because she's teaching her character, her habits, things that she wants. She's teaching not how to be a man. I just believe that it's only a man that can teach that, because men and women go through different things in life. Our lives are not the same in no way, shape, or form. And a woman cannot teach a man how to be a man, how to have confidence, how to, just speak up for yourself, stand on business, handle business. This is what a man is supposed to do. You should know how to change a tire. You should know how to fix this, different things. So I just don't think that a woman, I'm not saying it doesn't happen ever, because like he just said, those were some good examples that Big Pokey gave. But on average, it doesn't happen like that. Hence why it's almost 80% of the prison population is from single mother homes.
Well, how can that woman teach that man, that son to grown up and let his dad be in his life or whatever, when his daddy don't want shit to do with him. His daddy, like, don't even halfway know if that is his child or whatever. He just like, shit, fuck that little young nigga. I don't want nothing to do with him. So what is that mom supposed to do? That's when you would probably say, because I got you, Seven. Someone asked me, and it may have been Country Boy, did I have a uncle or papa or
Right.
somebody else to help with me with my mom raising me? No, I didn't. But what if that woman don't? What if she don't really even trust nobody? So
And you
who is
and
she
you
supposed to
have
help?
that and you have those circumstances, bro. I just in those circumstances, I think you gonna have to pray to God, bro.
Yeah,
Because even in the LeBron and
I got
KD
you, Rico. I got to go to
situations,
seven.
their coaches were great male. They was real hands on with LeBron now. All the way from when they started playing basketball, they had great male mentors. True enough, his mom and them went through the struggle, but they had positive male role figures. Like you said, you didn't have uncle, you didn't have. These are hands on. It don't have to be your dad to make an impact in your life. You know what I'm saying? I got niece, I got nephews, I got kids that I had previous relationships with their mom that I'm still in contact with. That daddies was a piece of shit,
Yeah.
but you still have to be that positive person that they can see. Okay, this is what a man, this how a man walk, this how a man talk, this how he supposed to stand up straight, and this type of shit. A woman to say this, you need to do this, 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 and he can look at it like, damn, mama, you only got this at home. You bring it home trash. How you trying to make me into something you ain't even giving me at home?
Okay, gotcha. Seven, what were you going to say? And then we hit see what Rico had. Seven, what's up?
I wanted to just say that both those men that he brought up that are basketball players are pieces of shit, because they're just entertainers for white people. They are not great men, right? They are just people making money shooting the ball. They don't have any special talents. They're not healing the world. They're not trying to make anybody better. They're selfish. All of them are selfish, right? So these are not great men. And you can see that they're raised by women because they're raised just to be performers. That's it. That's all women do. They're performative. So we have to look at things in a different light. The most critical thing that should be looked at when you're talking about a woman raising a man is, can a woman raise a young boy to have honor? That's not possible because most women don't have honor, right? Honor is given by other men because men understand what honor is. Men, we know how to sacrifice our life for things with principle. I ain't never seen no woman do no shit like that. Matter of fact, I seen women be like, if I got to choose between my life and my baby life before I give birth, my baby got to die. Bitch, you retarded. This is a damn child. You didn't live your life. Women lack a certain level of honor that men have been fighting and dying for centuries, my man. This is something that a lot of men these days don't even have anymore because, and I can't necessarily just blame this on just men being raised by women. I think society in itself has been feminized from different angles in such a way that a lot of motherfuckers out here, they don't even know how to talk out a dispute. You know what I'm saying? And I know my man PM know this because I be seeing him rock the pistol in the vest and shit, man. So a lot of these niggas out here don't know how to even talk down a situation. So what's gonna happen is these niggas automatically escalate some shit to somebody gotta die. And if somebody don't die, a lot of these niggas don't even know how to take a loss properly. When I was growing up as a boy, if I got my ass whooped, nigga, I'm gonna go home. And I damn sure ain't about to tell my parents about it because what they gonna do is they gonna send my black ass back out there to fight again. I'm probably gonna get beat up again. I don't want that. So a lot of people these days don't have honor, and I learned that growing up because people will get their ass whooped and they be like, you know what, fuck it, bet, stay right here, I'll be back. Yeah, that mean that nigga probably gonna come back with something. It don't gotta be a gun. That nigga come back with a crowbar. I don't give a fuck what it is. I ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
So honor and integrity is very important when it comes to men. And this is why you see a lot of the ancient scholars who are written throughout the books of history, like Aristotle and Socrates. You don't see women written like this. They're not them kind of deep philosophizing thinkers, bro. You know what I'm saying? And this is what the male culture has been missing. And it's because everybody has become, first, they idolize comfort, and two, everybody's out for self. And this is what's being lost when it comes to being men. Because real men can be very selfless. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, when I was in my coma and I was coming out, I remember you seeing Wizzle all the time, bro. I remember him always talk about his mom, sitting there talking with me. I remember seeing PM. I was in and out, but I remember his body being there, man. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, nah, man, not that many women was there, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, we got to look at the real principles because a lot of people these days are selfish, and a lot of men, and the basis of being men, if you look through history, men are fucking selfless. Even when it comes to us making money and shit, men do this shit to get a family, to take care of kids. Look, my man Wizzo was just talking about his grandkids, dog. Come on, man. I don't even see that many women talking about that kind of shit. I see women be like, look at these pictures of my kids, bitch. I don't care about these kids. Now you hear a man talk about some kids is way different because in the media it's pushed that men don't even care about kids. When I know niggas who wake up and cook for their motherfucking kid, dog. I do
Fuck
that
you
too,
mean?
dog.
Yeah, you mean faithfully.
So yeah, a lot of things need to change when it comes to ideology of certain people, man.
All right, Rico, what were you gonna say?
To answer your question that you said, I kind of caveat on what Country Boy said right here. He said they have to get with a coach, you know, enroll them in a boys and girls club, or your uncle or grandfather. And if you don't have any of those, like information is so easily accessed today, you can look anything up. How should you teach a boy in this situation? What should you do in that situation? But there are ways out there. Also, in the piggyback off of what Seven said, it's in the food, man. The food, the water, whether they're adding estrogen or things that can raise estrogen levels in boys and lower the testosterone levels in boys. Because think about this, with the way that this world is going currently as we're living in it now, if you had men full of testosterone the way that they should be, men would be a lot more angrier and willing to fight back. But if you have men that are feminized, guess what they're going to do? They're not really going to fight back. They're not worried about it. They're going to carry on and continue to act like women, be all emotional and things like that. I'm actually been trying to talk with my youngest son. that very thing. But if you, it's in the, I'm telling you, it's in the food. I know I have friends of mine, some a little younger, some about my age, a little older, but they're going to the doctor getting lab work done, and they're talking, their doctors are telling them that their estrogen levels are increasing. So it has to be in the food or the water. So it's out there, and I don't put anything past these people because they really don't care about the people in itself. All they care about is padding their pockets, and it's about population control anyway.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna get a few more comments, and then we're gonna move on to the next person in the barbershop. It was probably about maybe 15 years ago, something like that. I was at a Whole Food place in Austin, and the guy was talking to us about the meat, and the food, and talking about the different chemicals and the different things that's in food. That's he said that's why the young girls are starting their cycle so early, and the boys are doing this because of the shit that's being put in the food. Now, this was, I'm telling you, this had to be at least about 15 years ago or longer because I was married then. So, ain't no telling what's all going into the food now. But we've talked about this before in Wizzo Talk, where some of the foods that's here in the U.S. are not even welcome in other countries, So, but I just wanted to point that out. But let's see if Rico and I mean not Rico. I mean I'm sorry if Doctor PM got anything to say, and we'll make our last round on this woman raising boys. Pope, you got anything?
Yeah, two things. One, I wanted to address Seven when he was saying the performativeness. Um, I don't know how to quantify it, but if somebody uses their own money to build a school to help the children where they came from, in the poor ass neighborhoods that they came from, I'm going to say that's edification. That's man. That's real man shit. I'm also going to bring up his friends, his best friends, all three of his best friends that he grew up with. All of them are multimillionaires now. He put in real work and brought his crew along who had been there with him. That's that's the kind of partner anybody would want. Anybody, especially if you can stand next to him and off of his aura, you yourself become one of the 1%ers. That's real business to me. So when it comes to LeBron, I get it. It's entertainment. It's not sincere when we're talking about it from just that standpoint. But when we're talking about a man's work, and you can look to see his works, he's been in there, and him raising his sons like that, the school that he put in, the coaching jobs that he's got for other people. Rich Powell, how he's a force to be reckoned with now in the agency industry, and now they're creeping into restaurants and into the Hollywood thing. Like his group is making business, making moves happening, and this black man doing it. I'm always gonna stand up and say, hey, I likes that. Now, with Wizzo, when you were talking about that you didn't have it, like I'm surprised at that because you're a little older than me, but I know I grew up in those neighborhoods where if Miss Irma or Miss Henrietta saw you fucking up, you was gonna take an ass whooping then, and then when you got home, you was gonna get two more ass whoopings because you embarrassed your parents while you was out in public. Now, I don't know, maybe you grew up not in the country like I did, but for sure, like that it takes a village to raise a family. I lived around that. I lived around that. I could be 4 or 5 blocks away. Let me go throw a rock at an abandoned house and break a window or something like that. The Miss Henriettas, the Miss Irmas of the world, they finna get me for it, and then they're gonna tell my parents, and my parents are gonna get on me again because I've embarrassed them in public, and I know better.
Got you. Okay. Let me address this first. Let me thank all our viewers out there. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Hey Creed, we see you out there. Appreciate you stopping by. Two things, Pope. I had in my notes, but you went into it. You went into it deeper than I did about LeBron James in the school because I don't know a whole lot, but I know he created schools. He paying for kids scholarships and things like that. So I did touch. I was going to touch on that, but I scratched it off. And and to talk about to say if I had that person, I'm gonna tell you, my mom has never whooped me. She's never raised her hand to hit me. Period. It's been a guy. Me and my brother was riding a train. We used to jump on the train and ride it about like 5 or 6 miles to the boys club. And one of the guys saw me running in it, and I jumped on that train, and he was the neighbor to us. And he said, "Get your ass off that train." I say, "Fuck you." Now, he didn't hear me say that, I'm sure, because the train was so loud. But I was a little bad little motherfucker right there. But when I tell you, I'm telling you, there was no one. That guy was the next door. Did he tell my mom that? He probably did. She never said anything to me about it. My other brother, as we grew older, he wound up going to jail for a certain amount of time. My oldest brother, he wound up getting murdered in somewhere in the 80s. Guy stabbed him to death. So she raised three of us, but those two had went to jail and whatever, but I didn't. But it was, when I'm telling you, there was no one. The things that I've learned how to uh, protect my woman when she's with me, when we walking on the public sidewalk and she's on the inside and I'm on the outside. So if something comes that hits me first, how to pull the chair out for her, how to open the door for her, and all that shit. That was all TV. That was all TV back then, but you saw that on TV. Now you don't see
Yeah,
that as much on TV, from what I don't see it hardly. But I
right.
got you. But we got to go to PM next. So, but to answer your question, I'm telling you, I'm sitting there when you were saying that, I was sitting there trying to think, and I'm telling you, it was nobody. My daddy lives in the same town. Never have put his hand on me. I never stayed with my dad. He was around a little bit, but my mom was the backbone. She was the 100%, and she was the one that was always there. And then I'm gonna say this, just and pass it on. My kids are so crazy, was so crazy about my mom, to my first two granddaughters are named after her. My mom name was Annie Lee, two words. So my oldest granddaughter is Anna Leah, and then my the youngest granddaughter is Anna Lee, but spelled differently. And that's how they were about their grandma. So she raised me. She
Mm.
worked two jobs, and I the trouble that I was in, but I wasn't in big trouble. But it wasn't nobody around for me to for them to say whatever, do whatever. Nobody at all. Let me go up to PM, and then we'll go around one more time, and then we'll switch up in the barbershop. PM, what's up?
Wizzo, you said you ain't never got a whooping. It just got me to thinking. My mom whooped me in a dark bathroom one time. I didn't know what. I thought she was a ninja. I didn't know where the lips was coming from. Only thing I
God
seen was the
damn.
white up under the door, the light, because the sun
Yeah,
was up. So that's the only light I seen, but I still didn't know where the weapon was at, right?
Yeah.
My eyes gave a fade, and then when Granny was trying to knock on the door, Granny couldn't even come in neither. So I
damn,
knew, my mama meant business,
yeah,
but it just knew I had to be more strategic in what I did when I did it. You know what I'm saying? So that made me a little bit more slicker,
yeah,
because I still knew I can probably get something over with, but I just didn't want to go to that dark ninja place again.
Yeah,
I probably still ain't even
yeah,
Hey,
recovered.
that's
You know
a
what I'm
good one
saying?
right there.
Probably why I don't watch
brother.
ninja movies now.
probably so. Shit. All right, let's see what the Rico. We're gonna make
PTSD.
our last little round here, y'all. Then we're gonna switch up
Hey,
in the barbershop because Rico got to leave here in a little bit too.
I just have a question for you, Wizzo.
Okay.
How did you get off that fast moving train? Yeah, you said you jump on it and roll 4 or 5 miles, but how
Yeah,
did you get off?
okay, I'm gonna tell you. So the train where we was living at, the train, it starts out kind of slow. So after you let the engine go by, then we jump on the cars. But as it was a turn, probably about maybe, I don't know, maybe let's say maybe 10 miles down, there was a turn. So the train had to slow down for that turn. So when we jumped on there when it was going slow, but then that motherfucker started speeding up, and I ain't lying, I was scared, but I was with one of my brother that's older than me, not the oldest brother. And he was saying, "Hold on, hold on." And I was looking at that thing going, and I was scared of mother, but I was following my brother, and head on. So, but my point is, as it got getting ready to that turn, that's when we just kind of jumped off, because it slowed on down. So, and
Okay.
then just to touch one more base on that before we go to the next person,
Damn.
a friend of mine that he wound up losing his leg because he was doing the same thing, and then one of the trains got his leg. So that's another whole story. I definitely can't put his name out there, but his leg is was definitely gone because when you jump on that train, it has like a ladder on the side,
Mm-hmm.
and when you get ready to
Hmm.
put your foot up to do that, well, heels kept going, and that train just whirled right over his leg. It's a good thing he didn't get both of them, but it got one of his legs. So that was that. So that's how I got off of it.
Poor little
That was
Uh,
Tink
very
Tink.
common. That was very common when that happened too back in the day. A lot of people losing their leg.
Yeah, we
Yep.
was riding shit out the trains. But anybody else got anything about what we was talking about? Seven.
I got
Oh,
one thing real quick.
okay.
Since are you the baby of the family?
Yeah.
That's why you didn't get your ass
That's why
whooped
you
right
get no
there.
whoopings. And you
Well,
That's
Right,
why
babies.
you
you
know,
didn't get
I
no
You're a
ass
little
know.
baby
whooping right
too.
there because you was the
let me
baby of
say
the
that.
family.
They
Let me
didn't
say
look
this
light
too.
skinned kids.
Yeah. That's
Hey,
what
light
that
skin
is.
was
You the
in
light
back
skin
then.
and the baby of the family. That's
Yep,
why you wasn't getting no ass whoopings.
you probably right. And
You
let me
ain't
say this.
shit. You was
Yeah.
bad as fuck.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. And so it was two. My dad had remarried, so it's two twins younger than I am. But by the first wife, my mom, yeah, I am the youngest, and she never raised her hand to hit me. But yeah, I was the baby of the baby. And that's
Yeah.
probably you probably
Yeah, you
right.
probably got all the new clothes
That
and
nigga
shit.
got away with murder.
Hey,
Hmm.
hey, let me tell you this right quick, y'all. I gotta say this since you said new clothes, and then we gotta switch up because I know Rico gotta leave in a little bit, and then after that, Poke, I'm gonna get you with yours. But y'all know those Goodwill bins where you put clothes in.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, my brother put me in one of them motherfuckers. Say we
What the
was
fuck?
we was we was getting clothes and shit, because hey, back then, we had some shit, but we didn't have a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom was on housing, her rent was like $43 and shit. But back then that was a lot of money. But anyway, we had went to one of the Goodwill things, man, and my brother said he's some clothes off in there. So he put me in there, and that motherfucker walked off and left me in there. I was hollering. Because
What?
when you can't get out with that door closed, you can't
Right.
get out.
So you telling me you got out when it was pickup day? Oh,
No, he came back and let me out. I was mad at him like a motherfucker, man. But so and but that's what we had then, man. We had Goodwill shit, Santa Pal shit, and nowadays Goodwill got some brand new shit. I gave shit to Goodwill that's still got tags on it. But let me see who else had some. I had to mention that. Did anybody have anything before we move on? No. Okay, so what we're gonna do? We're gonna switch it up here in the barbershop. And once again, I'd like to thank all of our viewers for watching. You have any comments? Put them in the chat. I share them on the screen, and hey, our guys address them as accordingly. So let's go to Rico because I know he don't have much time left, and then we're gonna come to Pope Doctor. Rico,
All
what's
right.
up?
Hey, look, fellas, this is just for us. Look, okay. So earlier today, this urologist that I follow on social media, and the average time for sex that men give women sex is 3.5 minutes, 3.5 minutes. Women, I asked a few women after I seen that this morning, they said that's not long enough for sex for them to get pleasure. So here's the question. Number one, do women deserve pleasure?
Mm.
If so, if you can't do it, are you willing or should women be allowed to get it somewhere where they can be pleased? Go ahead,
That's your
PM.
question. Okay, we're here going PM then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
have you ever left a woman in a room by herself and tell her to get off on her own?
Have I ever did that? No.
She's still
But
up there right now waiting because she can't even do it her dang self.
Good
Man,
answer.
I think that it just
nah,
takes too
come
Good
much.
on,
answer.
man. Come on.
It's,
Hey, look. No,
it's
for
like
real, man.
tuning the car.
Hold up, let him go, Rico.
Go
Let him.
ahead,
No,
PM.
go ahead, Rick. That's like tuning the car. She ain't gonna never. It's just a lot going on for
No,
her. You know what I'm
physical. I'm
saying?
just talking about, man, physical pleasure. Come on now. I mean, making that woman come at least once.
Right.
In a
Orgasm.
lifetime. In
He said
No,
in a
one
look,
lifetime.
night.
look. I
You talking
think
about a
me
night or
personally.
no lifetime?
No, me. This is how I feel about it. Me personally, the way I am when it comes to sex, a part of my pleasure is making sure that the woman gets off. So um, I do other things that to get them there because for me, if you give a woman the
Hold up
more
a second.
frequently,
Hold up a second. Okay, we in the barbershop. We ain't on the Cartoon Network and shit. When
I
you
was
talk
about to
about other
ask you,
things, what the fuck you mean other things? What the
where's
fuck
your
is that? I don't know what the
where
fuck
your
that
hey,
notes
is.
at?
hey,
Get the
look,
notes.
I
I
don't
get the
mind
notes
using
and tell us.
look, I don't mind using toys or anything that I have to do to make sure that that woman get off and she gonna get multiple orgasms. And also to answer that other question, if I wasn't doing the job and I had a woman, I believe that it would be. I won't say it's okay, but I would understand, especially if she comes to me and talks to me about it. But that's just my opinion. But some
Okay.
people or some men or y'all might not agree with that.
Damn, we lost. I think
Would she
Pokey
be
gonna touch on this. Oh, too. Oh, go ahead. PM. I was looking over to the screen.
would she be willing to let you do the same thing then? Is what if it's something that she ain't, you might be getting off, but shooting the club up, but what if it's something that you want to do and she don't want to do it? She gonna let you go out and do it?
I mean, it goes both
Appreciate that, bro.
ways.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes both ways. But as a man, most of the time we have sex. We getting ours.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
we getting ours.
Yeah,
But
usually the men always is, and women have talked about, they want you to go longer and all that shit like that, but that's why you got to tune them. It's like a car with one of them 1985s, one of them cars with a carburetor.
Carburetors.
You got to prime them motherfuckers up. If you just go straight on off in there and go to work,
yeah,
you thinking that the pussy tight, she ain't even wet. Now you didn't come and that's over with.
It's
foreplay
over.
is
You know,
important.
but let me go to Pokey because I know he got some on this because we touched on this once before. What's up, Chocolate Buddha? We see you, man.
Yeah.
We,
Yeah, you remember that when I was talking about like there was some study saying that only about a third of women can come from penetration, can get orgasm from penetration.
yeah.
Mhm.
And
I think it's less than that.
and the way you phrase the question, like there's a certain how do I say it, pride that comes with being able to be a pussy pleaser.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. There's a certain pride that comes when you know
Facts.
when you know you daddy long stroke.
Facts.
When you get that, oh, what you doing to me from them.
Yeah.
That you get that boost. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
get that boost, that ego boost. So
Mhm.
so the conquer the coochie in me is like, no, I'm finna do this. I'm into the same lane as Rico. Yeah, I'm going to blow her back out. Okay. I don't know if y'all remember that line from
Oh
the Boys in
yeah.
the Wood. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm just
Yeah.
saying, I'm about to blow her back out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So you
As
mean
a
to
matter
tell
of
me
fact,
you got that new car
my
smell
nickname.
later on?
What you
Oh,
say?
You be having that new car smell later on?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
okay.
As a
I
matter of
quit.
fact,
I'm
like
retired.
my nickname came from me being inexperienced and trying to copy what I saw in the in pornos. Like I don't know about y'all, but my first any kind of education from sex came from pornos. So I'm thinking that's how you're supposed to have sex. Is how you see, Lexington Steel or some shit like that. Just draw down and dick that bitch down till it ain't nothing left.
mm.
And I ended up bruising her. I forgot the
A
pelvic bone.
throat?
Ended up bruising her pelvic bone,
That
and
was her fault.
she had to skip school for
That was
about
her
Jump
three
off
fault.
the
days.
Did you jump off the top rope and land on that nigga? Like what happened?
Oh, Pokey
Fruit
was
flex.
standing up in it.
Nigga, they had
Kick.
them boots
Oh,
on. Nigga had like legs had them boots on.
So and it's still like I am still like I don't mind being called a pussy pleaser like that. I am 100% with that.
Yeah.
Now, if for whatever reason I'm not good enough to do it, I feel like that's probably not the woman I'm finna fuck with. Hey, go on about your business. Nice life to you. I still
Yes,
got the
sir.
hit. I'm going on now.
Right.
Like that's how I would do it. I still hit though. But I'm gonna move around.
Right.
And
Okay. I'll go ahead. I was reading this question somebody had.
porn
I
says
have
Young was up for. I agree.
what?
I
Okay,
agree with
well,
that.
okay.
I felt like for I'm gonna say about 2 good years of me first being able to get out there. Yeah, I was on some movie shit without realizing that there was more to it than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
PM, you had a question for Rico?
I got a question for Rico. Check this out, Rico. So,
okay.
you know, you must have a go-to move or something that you do that just consistently so you ain't in there all night, right? Says you didn't got this thing to where you didn't figured it out. So you should come in there within what? You give it 10,
Okay, let me
15,
answer
20
that.
minutes. She
Let
good?
me answer that.
She good.
Okay, so check
She
this out.
good.
In the past, this is what I would do because, like I say, I get off on knowing that I'm pleasing the woman, right? This is what I would do if I'm talking to a woman long enough, and I feel like we're gonna get there. I just come up and I say that to him. Okay, hey, we've been talking a good while. You know, we've been talking about sex, and I don't like to go through that first time awkward sex. So I would ask them, you know, what gets you off? What will make you orgasm the quickest, the fastest, or what do I need to do to get you off? Some women was like, wow, I've never been asked, you know, asked these questions before. But some women would also say, oh, you know, I appreciate that. But either way, they told me what it was, and it made things a lot easier. Also, I've been studying the vagina since I was in like 8th grade. So
Damn.
hey, I found out, hey, I know more about the vagina than most women do. Like some women thought that they peed out they cootie hole that's over 50 years old. They didn't even know they have a damn urethra just like us. So, and they didn't even know about G spots, A spots, and these different stimulating locations on they poo nanny. So, but I know all those. When I'm interested in something,
Rico,
I get well versed in it.
I
Rico.
got you, Seven.
Now,
Go ahead.
since everybody has that question, where is that G spot located?
On that top wall, about 1 inch in. Hey,
Yep.
you can
Where
do
that
like
lady's
this
top
or
wall,
a
one
lot.
inch in.
About
Yep.
1 inch in, but there's also an erogenous zone right below the clitoris and in between the cootie hole. Like if you know what I'm
Yep.
saying,
That's
you can
called
rub
the A
that
spot.
area. No, the A spot is in the back at the bottom. When you hit that, when you say you hit that bottom, that's that water faucet. When you hit the bottom, you're gonna get
Y'all
wet
too off
up.
the check.
All right, check this out. Let me
Y'all
I need
too
to
off
go.
the check.
I need to go to 7, but I myself have done some research on that G spot, and I don't have it in my notes now, but if you, it was researched that a lot of married women haven't even had an orgasm, you know. So, but I don't have those notes right now, but that was a while back when
How?
we covered that. But let me go
But
to
how?
women. You know, women sometimes they'll sit there and go up and open them legs for that man, and by the time she finally get ready to get where she need to get, he already hollered, oh, and it's
The
over.
average record
But
is 3 minutes. Remember, the
yeah,
average time is 3 minutes.
I think
seven.
we're talking about high school sex, man.
I'm just telling you what
I don't
what
think
I
I
had
don't
No,
think
researched here a while
I
back.
don't feel like
no, they not.
35-year-old men is 3 minutes and done unless they got a premature
Man.
ejaculation problem.
Talk
Or
to
you, or
women.
you,
Three
or you
three
just
And
don't
minutes.
care.
hey, let me go to 7, y'all. Let me go with 7 right quick. 7, what's up?
It's apparent by the tone of this conversation that a lot of people don't understand how humanity is brainwashed by the ideology of pleasure. It's an illusion, just like money. It's all an illusion. We're brainwashed by these things. The fact that it said that a man goes 3 minutes makes complete sense because I think we all can agree that none of us can beat the shit out of a lion with nothing in our hands. If we went toe to toe with a lion barehanded, we would die. A lion don't even fuck for that long, nor do ducks or rabbits or any other fucking animal. Also, if we're gonna think about this rationally, and this is the truth, and a lot of people don't like the truth. I can't say that enough because everybody seems to hate what I talk about, and I speak pure facts. I'm gonna say this with nothing but pure conviction. A woman's orgasm is not needed to carry on humanity. A woman don't need to come for a baby to be born. A nigga do though. So who gives a fuck about any of that? The purpose of sex is to make more,
Hey,
the purpose of sex is to make more humans, not just for pleasure. Pleasure is secondary. Making more humans is the first thing that motherfuckers got to think about. So
So
fuck it.
aren't we in a secondary phase of our lives? Everybody on this motherfucker in the secondary phase of their life. We're not worried about creating shit. It's all
I
pleasure.
love that.
Hey, but
I love
Seven, I
that.
will say this: we are the only species on the planet that has sex for pleasure.
Nah,
That's
Everyone
not
else
that's
does
dolphins.
not
it.
true.
Dolphins.
What dolphins do it for
Dolphins,
pleasure?
hyenas,
Yes.
there's
Yo,
other animals that
Dolphins.
just
Oh,
be
then
Dolphins.
you
fucking
taught
each
me
other.
something.
squirrel.
Yeah,
You taught me something.
dolphins do have sex for pleasure. They'll even try
For
to have
real?
sex with a human.
Dolphins do drugs for pleasure too, and
Yes,
jaguars.
yes, they do.
Yeah.
The
Yes, they
fact
do.
that you know that dolphins do
Them blue
drugs, seven,
dolphins. Them blue dolphins.
I didn't
Hey,
know
PM.
that.
Hold on,
seven,
PM
I
for to
didn't
be
know that.
messy. PM, go. He for to be messy. Look at his
the
ass.
fact that you know that dolphins have drugs, that's a
That's
good one.
crazy.
Dolphins
Yeah,
also rape other dolphins.
They do.
Y'all never watch Animal Planet? Come on, man.
I did watch Animal Planet or Discovery, and I saw that dolphins, like 2 male or 3-4 male dolphins,
rape the shit out of
they'll corner a female dolphin and rape her.
Exactly.
She's trying to get away.
It's common knowledge to me.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll
but
tell you
we're
this.
not saying, hold on, but we're not saying women should be raped by no means necessary.
No.
I know Rico is not.
Man,
we're talking about forces.
Yeah. If she can't protect it and niggas got that power, take that shit.
Hell no.
Damn.
Hey, at the end of the day, we all animals, man. We all animals, bro.
Can you redact my vote? Can you redact my vote?
If women didn't have the society that men built for them, what would protect them? Look, the same people that they say are animals and are threats to them are the same people who put laws and legislations in place to protect them. If men didn't do this, what would women have if they didn't have a man to protect them? If the world was just wild and motherfuckers just everybody doing what they want to do, you think niggas would not be out here taking women? Look at back in the days, they had women as slaves and all kind of shit. This is animal nature. Y'all lying to yourself because you've been so-called civilized. Animals rape each other all the time.
I'm practicing abstinent, bro. I ain't doing that.
I've never had the urge.
I'm serious. No, y'all laughing at real time.
I got a great joke called "Take Some Texas," but that is sincerely a joke.
Yeah,
that is sincerely a joke. Like it, and forget the civilized part. Rape. Yeah, forget the civilized part. If you that dude, you getting coochie thrown at you.
Yeah,
you got to dodge it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you that dude, you like, hey, mom, I'm cool right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, ain't no need to be taking anything.
I got you, Seven. But let me ask you guys this, cause I think Rico said another part to that. If she don't come or she's not getting hers, is it okay if she go get it somewhere else?
Fuck no.
Yeah, she's just not my woman.
Not bullshit. Yeah,
she's
that part.
Not my woman. Yeah. That's
nah.
Yeah.
Okay, but would you work on it? Like, would you like, hey, that means you need to do better in the bedroom?
That's facts. I'm gonna have to figure it out. It's my job to figure that. It's my job to figure that out.
You got to.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna say this, and then I got it. I come to Rico. And then with Seven, we had a pure romance consultant on the podcast that she had all of the sex toys on there. Seven was on that session with me. We were in Colleen, and she said that foreplay doesn't start at home. It starts during the day with that phone call, with that this and with that, and reaching out to her and talking to her and so forth and so on and stuff like that. Start that foreplay, getting that carburetor primed on up to go on and get there. I mean, it's already fact and proven. I hadn't researched it, but you know, a lot of us on here, we've been having sex, fucking, or doing whatever you want to call it for a long time. And we know that sometimes it takes a little bit longer for them women to go and reach their peak. And some of us might say, fuck it, they didn't get theirs, we still got ours. And then we have some of us that like to go head on and try to please that woman, to talk to her, to make her do it. What is this song that used to come that was out here a while back, or some work is fucking his work or something like that? You know, when you were younger,
the old guy.
Yeah, when you were younger, shit, you up in that stick and you ain't thinking about if she come or whatever. You just know you did, and you moving on to the next one or whatever. But at some point in your life, we start to figure out, hey, you know, she needs to get hers too. And then we start to feel and connect. You know, there's a certain connection there when you with the one you've been with for a long time. You get to knowing, she gets to knowing that rod that you putting up in there. She like, oh, hey, daddy, welcome home. You know, so she knows that. But I need to go to Seven, y'all, and then we gotta switch gears here in just a few minutes. So Seven, then we're gonna go to the room one more time. What you gonna say, Seven?
It's so crazy, man, because if you truly pay attention to women, a lot of women are not attracted to masculinity. So if you're paying attention to true masculinity and how women are not attracted to that, you have to start to understand that women are attracted to feminine ass niggas. So a lot of the shit that you do is some feminine shit. Look at how dudes dress. They want to look clean. They will look nice. They want to their cars be a fancy color. They want to have nice money and all that's feminine stuff. None of that's masculine. Those are all based in feminine principles. And I think that we all can agree on women are the only motherfuckers that can be attracted to men and women for real, and it be acceptable by civilization. Because if a nigga is attracted to men, niggas don't give no fuck about that shit. Matter of fact, that shit is deplorable. We don't give a fuck. But women can, if you just look at the outrage when it comes to two men kissing each other on screen as opposed to two women kissing on screen, you would have a lot more understanding. That's one thing, right? So that just goes to show you how a lot of men think they're being masculine, but really they're just being extremely feminine because the feminine is what attracts the feminine, as we can see. Now, when it comes to the sexual prowess of women and men being turned on by them, right? The craziest thing I can bring up is look at shit like I don't know if all you all are familiar with Blue Chew. This is an erection pill for men. They have it all over the place. They talk about the shit now.
I see that all over Facebook.
Now I think that that's interesting because it does have certain applications that can help men out. But now they have this shit called Blue Chew Gold. And the way they market it is saying that now not only are you gonna get physically stimulated, you're gonna get mentally stimulated. These niggas are out here selling mind altering drugs for your dick to get hard. So that means a lot of these niggas ain't really even attracted to bitches they with. Because even if that bitch was ugly, if she sucked my dick right, my shit gone, dog. I'm gonna do that thing. You know what I'm saying? So you have to start to understand what you're really seeing in society. Shit has become so bad. A lot of these niggas not even mentally attracted to women they're in relationships with or other women around them to the point where they have to take drugs to get mentally stimulated or even physically stimulated. I've seen a woman, she was talking about her husband and said, my husband can barely get up anymore. And thanks to this Bluetooth gold, everything is different. And bitch, he's not attracted to you. You gotten on his goddamn nerves. His dick don't work no more. You got on his nerves, bro. Lick the nigga balls or something. Do something freaked out. He gonna get hard. You know what I'm saying? Nah, don't get me wrong. Some niggas do be having erectile dysfunction from just a bad diet and shit. That's cool, but that even goes to what my man Rico was saying when you looking at how people are being feminized through food, water, clothes, and shit like that. When you look at this type of stuff, then you can understand how to move properly. But most people don't. And then you have the medical industry, which is feeding us poison, which is even crazier. But we have to get to the bottom line that most of these niggas not really attracted to these hoes, man. Because we starting to see how disgusting women truly can be. So the fact that motherfuckers have to take mind altering drugs to fuck, that's
crazy.
wild, dog. Because back when I was a shorty, I used to see some of the ugliest bitches in the world with kids, man.
Right.
Man.
Okay, so y'all, let's check this out right here.
Day of the week.
I don't want to, because I'm not trying to keep you guys too long, because I don't really have much to do after this. But so you hear me kind of going a little fast and just hitting a few little topics. I know Rico got to get off probably in about 15 more minutes. So if anybody else have to get off before time or something, like, make sure y'all send me a message so we can let you get some closing comments in. I got you, Rico, and so we can make sure that I want to make sure everybody get a chance for their closing comments. So we're gonna chop it up on this for a few more minutes, and we're gonna switch gears in the barbershop. And I'm gonna come with Pokey because Pokey said he got something for my ass, so I gotta get ready for it. Rico, what were you finna say? And then we got to see PM.
It was something that Seven said, and ladies, what I'm about to say, I know that goes for y'all too. When y'all see this, you need to be attracted to your man and all that. But I have a friend of mine. He's over 50, and he was dealing with a woman around the same age, overweight and all that. And they first time started fooling around. He was like, "Man, my shit wasn't working, and I just didn't get it. Maybe I just got older, blah 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 blah." Right? Then about a few weeks later, he started talking to a young chick, like 25, 26 years old. First time she got out her clothes. He said that thing was standing tall like concrete. I said, "Did you take some?" He said, "No." He said, "Man, that it was the body." He said, "I wasn't turned on by the other woman because she was, she was lumped up." That's the words that he used. She was lumped up, but that young girl body was tight.
But wait a minute.
All that.
He was turned on to her at first. So what happened then?
Shit, that done Julio wore out. Fuck you mean? Shit.
Hey, so what Seven said is true. He probably a lot of times when it comes to our women and our men, I'll say that it does come with the man being turned on, especially as you get older. I mean, all of us are over 40 and we've had a lot of sex. So it takes a lot more to stimulate us or get us, right. Because we
Yeah,
see it
yeah.
all, we done it all and all that. But when you see that, man, you got that fine, and we are visual creatures. When you see that and she drop her
Listen,
clothes and it look the same naked as it do in the clothes, it's time to perform, fellas.
hey
All right.
man.
Hey, Wizzo, can I say something real quick? I'm sorry, I don't want to cut y'all. I just want to say something to that comment I just seen. It says that women can be turned off by being called bitches and hoes. The thing about that is most women are turned off by the truth. So I could see how that would hurt you.
Damn.
Right. All right.
Damn.
Damn, Seven.
PM,
Damn.
PM. What you got, PM?
Yeah, I really
Damn.
think it really depends on who that person is, man. Some women get it off in like 5 minutes, and doing their own thing. Some of that don't touch me. I got this. Just be there. Some women take forever. I really just think it like that somebody else mentioned. I forgot who it was, but it depends on how much the attraction is. Oh, and then Rico just said it. When he seen the other chick, he was a whole different man.
Yeah.
Performance is gonna be at an all time high that night. It really depends on the hour of the day, if a man is tired or not, and what they look like. And I think for the woman, it's the same thing. I think that's why you have these women that are what can I say, have a high sex drive. It's because they have to constantly stimulate themselves in that type of manner. So it's why it takes multiple men or multiple or all days, because they're just constantly in that zone. But I think it's you got to know what you're playing with when you grab the toy to play with it.
All
Yeah.
right. And I'm
Hey,
gonna say this, and then we got to go to Country Boy, and then hit up Pokey. The address to comment on the bitches and hoes. I think some of the women that's in the club dressing like that, I don't call women bitches and hoes, but you got some up in there with their ass out and their titties out, and to me, those are the ones that's the bitches and the hoes, and you got the ones over there that's dressed nice and sexual, sexy looking and stuff like that. Now you got the woman over there, that lady that's dressed with everything hanging out, showing camel toe and horse foot and monkey ass.
Damn
She
it.
she may be the one that you just like for you to choke her and call her the bitch or something, or a hoe or something. I don't know. But let's
Hey,
Horse foot is
have you,
crazy, Rizzo. Horse
hey,
foot.
have y'all ever heard other women refer to each other as bitches and hoes before? Because I
Thank
definitely
you.
have. So
yeah,
it's only a
Yeah,
problem to women when men do it, which is
they do
weird.
that.
They do it to each other
Yeah.
all the time as terms of endearment. So
and they
I
say
don't
it's
give a fuck.
different. So why is it different?
Yeah.
Why is it different?
Hold on, this second. Like, so again, this is my experience, but some women like being called a dirty bitch.
Mm.
Okay, they do. Like you my dirty bitch. Yes, yes, daddy. I've heard this out the
Shit.
out the horse's mouth, literally. Like, and we're talking about in the midst of sex. We ain't talking about like some random encounter on the street. Hey, bitch, how you doing? No, we ain't talking about that. But
Yeah.
definitely in the bedroom, you nasty hoe. I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you. Yeah, some women definitely get into that.
Right.
Yeah, some women say, hey, look, I'm talking about from experience too. So just
Right.
just
They
FYI,
do.
like it,
Yeah.
So Poke.
sure. I think that's Cree, because she got a problem with the bitches and the hoes, and I understand, but we ain't talking about in random counters in
But
that
what
bedroom.
about the
It's been
kitchen
some
to the
dirty bitches
bedroom?
before. It's been
Wait.
some
Like,
nasty hoes in
why
the
why it
bedroom.
work in the bedroom, but then it don't work in the
Mm-mm.
kitchen?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
work in the bedroom, but it don't
yeah,
work in the grocery store. Move, and
yeah,
Let's
y'all
yeah,
into it. You call me
yeah,
what? But then you can go in there and call her that right now. Why you engaging that and like, what'd you say?
yeah.
Nothing. Okay,
Hell yeah.
and she with
Yeah,
it.
I'm just FYI, since I just want to keep it. I just want
yeah.
to keep it real. Like we are not talking about random encounters. Yo, bitch, fix me a sandwich. No, that's not how that works. But
Right.
in that bedroom, bitch, turn over.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Spread them cheeks, you
All right,
nasty
let's
Yeah,
let's see
bitch.
what country boy got, y'all. Let's see what country he got to say that
Hey,
this while.
listen, man. I'm talking to the fellas that's in relationships all over the world.
Oh,
Not my single dudes, cause hey, you fuck them and do them how you want to do them. If they nut, they nut. But man, if your bitch is not nutting, bro, you is out of pocket. I don't give a
mm,
damn what nobody else saying. If you
yeah,
ain't making your old lady come, bro, at least over half the times that you are, bro, you out of pocket. That's your job.
She gonna go
Yeah.
to Jody. Jody gonna be the one
Yeah.
coming up over in there that doing that shit.
Now you mad cause Jody making the come.
Yeah.
Jody
But
got your girl in love.
it does not take a woman a long ass time to come. If she fucks with you and like you said, and she attracted to you.
Yep.
10 minutes, she done. On me, she done.
Yeah.
She done. And you looking like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
She on some hold on shit. On some regular shit. Cause she mentally locked in with your ass.
All right. Okay, y'all. Let me say this right here. Then I'm gonna go and come to PM. Did you just were you finna say? Okay, I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna. I need to switch gears right quick. What you finna say, Rico?
Hey, I don't have anything to say about that. I just wanted one of my female friends sent me something in reference to Seven. She said he's a complete asshole. It's something wrong with him. His mom, his girlfriend has hurt him. He is off his rocker. I hate him. She doesn't. Women don't want a feminine man, and I think he's gay.
Damn
Hey,
it.
okay, Seven, I got
likes
you.
you,
But
Seven.
well, first thing
You
is,
finna
I
fly
like
him
to
out.
invite her on the show because I guess she may be watching, so she can come on to the show. But I need to let Seven respond to that, and then I got a couple of things, and we got to switch gears.
He finna fly.
Seven,
He finna flame her.
go ahead, Seven.
It's definitely proven women like feminine motherfuckers because
Prince.
if you was to pay attention to it, women are the one motherfuckers who always defending gay niggas, man. And now they get mad when gay niggas start taking over their shit. So that's proven. Women love feminine men. Women hate masculine men if you pay attention to society because women are always talking about how masculine men are a threat. Nah, that's not the truth though. See, the truth is women don't like happy men. That scares them. Women don't like niggas when they happy, man. So the fact that Shorty hates me, she finds me completely deplorable. I don't care because women love fucking niggas they don't like. Pay attention to them. Bitches get pussy to niggas they don't like all the time, but then they want to marry the nigga who they think they can control. It's a thing that they do. It's a mental manipulation because women are weaker, so they have to do these things.
So,
So I think the most critical thing to take out of this is why the fuck would anybody care about what women think? They don't even know what they want to eat for dinner or anything.
yeah. So let me say this right. So Seven, this chick don't like you, so and said this about you, but given the opportunity, would you fuck her?
What does she look like, and does she have teeth?
Yeah, she got all her teeth. She's straight.
What?
She has all her teeth.
Hey, listen,
She's over 50 and she's slim.
Okay, let me say this, y'all.
I don't mean shit. Do she like a turd?
No.
Okay,
She does not.
let me say this right quick, y'all. Then we go switch gears. When I interviewed this lady on my podcast, I had never. It was supposed to be. We was in Killeen before I started doing virtual, and we was talking about sex toys. It was supposed to be two other ladies on and two other guys. Well, they didn't show up, and just so it was just me and this lady. She's been on Wizzo Talk several times. Latanya, I call her name out. She's already know. It's in the videos if you go back and look. But she mentioned about for the woman that she was talking about sex toys, and she said that for men to get familiar with how to use a sex toy, you should let the woman. You should watch her. Please, I have a question. You should watch her. Y'all, sometimes I get distracted because I'm reading the comments and I'm reading this.
Yeah,
right
Wizzo,
here.
I'm trying to see where the hell you going with this.
But she was saying what she's saying is that you should watch her please herself, and that way you'll know how to do the toy. Because if a man put a sex toy on a woman, you don't know where you're going. You around her asshole, that ain't where she wants you. You on the left side of pussy, that ain't where she wants you. You on the right side, you on the man in the boat. I had a friend that I worked with in Iraq. She said she hated for men to eat her pussy because she didn't want them grinding and slobbering all over her damn man in the boat. She didn't like that. So what this lady here was saying was, watch her please herself, and then you'll know how to please her. So that's what this woman was. That's what she said on the podcast. I have to go.
I like that.
Okay.
We can't do them both at the same time.
Well, you probably can, but I'm gonna leave that alone. Y'all, Rico gotta go, so let me let Rico say something right quick, and then I gotta go to folks so we can switch gears.
Hey, my closing statement is this for the people out there and for y'all if y'all want to take it. Yeah, this is how I live my life. And I heard a man say this a long time ago, so it didn't come from me. Yesterday didn't happen. Tomorrow doesn't exist. Grind and live in the moment for right now. Don't worry about yesterday or tomorrow. And I live by that. I live my life like every day is my last. So
Right.
that's all I have. Hey, it's been a pleasure, fellas. Next time I be on here, I'll be back in the state of Hawaii. I get on that plane here pretty on Friday morning at 6. So I'll see y'all again. It's been a pleasure. Stay
All
safe.
Hey,
right,
Safe
Rico.
travels, brother.
hey, and stay out that
Thank you.
pussy
All
tonight.
right,
Don't be trying
Rico.
to get no
Peace.
pussy since we've been talking about fucking.
I
Uh,
can't
Oh
promise
shit.
anything.
all right. PM, before we switch gears, PM got a question that he shouted at me about. PM, what was your question?
No, I was messing with 7-7. Said, how is she looking? Did she have teeth? Then
Oh,
I just started thinking, like, well, what's your tooth minimum that she's supposed to have? Like, I mean,
Nah,
how many,
nigga.
how many
hey,
teeth minimum can she have?
Yeah, nigga, you just said teeth. Like, nigga, she got enough?
Shit.
I think it's nice if they don't have none. Have you ever got some head by a woman
See,
who didn't
I
have no teeth?
knew you was going
Nah,
somewhere with the teeth question.
It's called a velvet glove. You should try it.
nah.
It's,
I wear
knowing
leather
the name,
gloves.
knowing the name of it is just crazy. Seven.
It's crazy,
he
Yeah,
said,
boy,
bro.
it's called a what? A filthy glove?
A
No, it's called
velvet.
a velvet glove
A
because it's so
filthy glove.
smooth.
It's
What
Seven,
is that,
crazy.
velvet?
do you know what a blumpkin is?
Wait, huh?
Do you know what a blumpkin is?
Fuck yeah, that's getting your dick sucked while you taking a shit on the toilet.
hey, PM, PM, I don't know what the fuck Pokey himself got going on. I ain't know what the fuck that was, but
Hey, you just
goddamn,
gotta pay attention to
piece
the
of
new
shit.
generation. They be talking about all this shit with gooning and giving blumpkins and motherfuckers be out here talking about something. I'm about to eat some Taco Bells and get a blumpkin because Taco Bell is known to give you shits. So niggas out here taking dumps and getting head. How did
I've
you
Okay.
come
only heard
from
of
that?
one.
All right, let's do this right here. Let me take a moment to thank all of our viewers out there for watching. Hey, we appreciate y'all tapping
Bro,
in to Wizzo Talk. You like to subscribe to Wizzo Talk? The link is in the description. Hey, I appreciate it. If you're watching from Facebook, go ahead and click that link in the description and hit that notification bell. So whenever we go live, you guys will get that notification. Because next week we have a topic between adult topic between men and women. We will have 4 ladies on, and I think it's like 3 or 4 guys that will be on. Nothing is left off. Everything is on the table with that right there, and his pen is dropping. I'm just saying, cause PM be so goddamn smooth. He have him throwing them all up on the goddamn stage and him and shit with his smooth ass. Look at him. Look at him. Don't
Already.
be look at
say,
it.
Get it.
say,
Okay.
man.
All right. Switching gears at the barbershop. Switching gears at the barbershop. Pope, doctor,
Yes, sir.
bring that
So,
shit on. What you got over there? Let me take a sip of wine. What you got?
what was I think about 2 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
You had a mixed panel on, and one
Mm-hmm.
of the um, women asked the question, uh, choosing a man or a bear.
Okay, I remember that question.
Yeah, and you yourself said that you would prefer for your daughter to choose a bear.
Hmm?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was like, fear mongering and misandry is real, and and that's why I use that word. That's why the misandry was my word for today, because that's a whole lot of what I got from what was being talked, and it's internalized. Um, I wanted to give you some statistics first, because that's why I said it. Now, this is from USSC.gov. So that's the place you want to look at any of the crime statistics. Yeah, year by year, you can do that. So, and I'm rounding up in 2022 for every type of sexual assault. And this is whether it's statutory, full on, child CP, sexual verbal harassment, any of it that there was any criminal charges put behind. And I'm rounding up. In 2022, there was 60,000 cases total.
Damn.
60,000 cases total. Now, I am including women in that number because that's what the numbers were. But for the argument's sake, let's just say it was all men, and let's just say it was all full-on stranger taking draws. So
Mm.
60,000 cases in 1 year. And again, for the argument's sake, it's all hardcore stranger GTD. The number of men in America from 18 to 59 is 94 to 95 million. When I wrote in there that not 1/10 of 1% of men do those types of things, this is why I was saying that. If you, and any one of y'all got a calculator right now, you can do it. 94 or 95, whichever number you want to do. Find out what percentage 60,000 is of 94 or 95 million, whichever one of y'all want to do.
Mhm.
Now, when you do that, it is 0.063%. Again, not even 1/10 of 1%.
Right.
I hear
And
you. I hear you.
the reason I'm bringing this up is because that statement, choosing the man or the bear, because we're talking about strangers. That means that if any other woman just happened to come across Wizzo, well, they probably, if they knew Seven, they'd probably be like, the bear was a good choice. But Wizzo, 7 PM, Country Boy, Rico, we are all strangers to the majority of women in the world, vast majority of women in the world.
Right.
And if they came across us in the woods and there's a bear, it is a more prudent choice to choose the bear when less, and again, I'm forcing the numbers to be higher just to make it reasonable. If 60,000, again, rounding up, 60,000 cases, 94 to 95 million men, and it's a 0.06% chance that a stranger would take your draws, and you still think that the bear is the optimum choice. That is the epitome of internalized misandry.
Okay.
And my question is, because I just wanted to point that out,
Yeah.
and my question is, why does it make sense to do something so improbable? Because for the most part, most women will do this improbable thing, and I'm just trying to figure out why it would make sense for any of us to agree that us as a stranger in the woods, the smarter choices for them to choose the bear, to take their chance with the bear.
Well, with me, I'm gonna still stand by. I heard all your numbers, and after you got to going, I knew where you was going with it. I'm gonna still say I know that it was a very low likelihood of it happening or whatever, but I am still gonna stick by what I said and choose my daughter to take the fight with the bear than with the guy. It may not be because just, and I don't know when those numbers was written or based, or if that's with the current numbers. I know times are changing, things are changing. It may be current to this day and time. But
2022. I'm
I am
using
not.
2022
Yeah,
numbers.
yeah. I am not going to want my daughter to take the chance with that guy over the bear because of just my own thing and just seeing and knowing what's going on. That's the same reason why I said that if a guy comes up to her and he has a weapon or a gun or a knife and he tell her get in that car or he gonna shoot her, I told her to die right there. Do
That's
not get in that
different.
fucking car. I'm
That's
just saying.
different,
I
Wizzo.
know that's different. I know that's different, but I'm just saying that's why I told her to do that then. But I am not fixed to choose the guy over the bear. I'm gonna tell her take your chance with the bear. That's me. Everybody's entitled to their own thing and decide what they want to do, no matter what the numbers say, no matter what the statistics. I always have trouble saying statistics say and all that stuff and what the studies show and all that. Everybody still have their choice. But if you ask me, do I want my daughter to choose that guy over there, that stranger, or the bear? I want her to choose the bear. That's me. It may not be you, but that is me, and
And,
that's what
and
I
and that's
stand
my
on.
point though. Like,
Yeah,
I'm a stranger to your daughter.
yeah. I tell her to
All of
choose the
us are
bear over
strangers to
you.
your daughter.
I tell her choose the bear over you, or
And
over any one of us on here.
that's where I'm going back
Yeah.
to. Clearly, there's internalized misandry. Like you come off because it you'd have a better chance of winning the lottery than the bear and the stranger, than the stranger actually trying to GTD.
Mhm.
It's if I wanted to go deeper into it, but I'm not one to speak freely and comfortably about sexual assault because I know it's a horrible thing.
Yeah.
But what bothers me is the hatred that you have to have been taught to think that it's reasonable to choose a bear over a stranger.
Well, for the first thing, I ain't been taught. that the question came across of what would we choose, or my opinion, or what would I do. I haven't been taught any type of hatred or any type of anything like that. I just know based on my own feelings, which is what I talk about a lot on here. Every now and then I give some numbers and some stats and stuff like that that I may have researched. But other than that, based on my feelings, I hadn't been taught anything bad about anybody. But my daughter is going to choose. I'm going to tell her to choose the bear. But I don't want it to go between me and you too much back and forth because I want to make sure we get some of the other guys' comments while on there like 7 because he hold his hand up also. But did y'all understand what Pokey was saying, y'all? Everybody? Okay. So let's hit 7 and then we'll come back around to me and all that stuff. If anybody has to go, let me know. I don't know if anybody want to watch the game that's coming on. I don't know when it come on. Oh, you got to. Okay. So we'll let's hit up on this and then we'll see. Let's go 7.
It's crazy that people speak on me in the light that a lot of women don't like me, and I think that just proves that women don't like the truth because I'm not on here lying. But I'm pretty sure that if I was on here lying, a lot more women would like it because one thing I've realized is that you can be very successful lying to women because women like being lied to. They just don't like knowing that they were lied to. So that means you need to lie successfully. And it's just something I've definitely learned over time. Women are kind of retarded for real. You know what I'm saying? As far as like I said before, as far as choosing a bear or a man in the forest, it just shows you how women are so dense in the mind that they would just much rather die than be around another human. Because if you truly know how to communicate with a person, you can reason with a person. I don't see you reasoning with a fucking vicious ass bear. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna get your skull crushed. And there's no and the fact that these women are saying they would rather choose the bear than the man. There's a man just wants to have sex with you. You know what I'm saying? You can get over there. Just like that's like arranged marriages. Nobody back in the day really wanted to do it, but over time people grew to love each other because they start to understand each other. That's kind of like what Stockholm syndrome is. It's similar. But see the thing
Is that Orby? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Yeah. That's chocolate boot. That's all.
I wanted him on here too. Yeah. I did. I was hoping he was
He gonna be on next week.
Yeah.
So yeah. Go ahead, Seven.
I'm sorry
about
Seven.
that, Seven.
But I was gonna say the thing is that people just automatically assume that if I'm in the forest with a bear, it's gonna kill me right away. I've seen animals make other animals suffer instead of just straight out killing them. I've seen cats torture rats before, leave them alive and just play around with their ass. And then there's also a thing that a lot of people really don't take into consideration when it comes to our society today. Men and women, we all buy a uniform from the same places, right? Why is it that women can wear tight ass fucking clothes for their uniforms, but men don't? And to think about it rationally, wearing tight clothes and showing off certain curves on your body is strictly for mating. So why is it that you can therefore show off certain things for mating, but when a man looks at you in a sense of mating, it's a problem? A lot of these hoes don't dress properly. You know what I'm saying? And my man Chaka Boodoo, me and him was talking the last time, and we were saying it isn't the fault of a person the way they dress, the fact that they get assaulted. That's not necessarily true. I can agree with it somewhat. But if you know that a world is dangerous, why the fuck would you go out there dressing like bait?
Right.
Come on, man. That's not necessarily going to stop a person. But why would you do it, though? Right. That's just common sense. If I go outside with a gun, other motherfuckers with a gun might challenge me, so I might die. So why the fuck would I go out with a gun and show niggas that I'm ready for that? That's the same type of mentality you got to have when it comes to this shit, right? And a lot of women don't like this stuff because you have to have a certain level of common sense to be thinking like this, right? But most people are just comfortable or they're excited about being comfortable. So they want to do whatever the fuck they feel. And that's where the mental illness comes in at.
I'm going to say this and then we're going to hit up Country Boy and PM. Seven, when you were saying that a lot of women were saying choosing the bear, well, I was saying choosing the bear because I don't want my daughter to choose the man. But I just wanted to say that right quick. It wasn't just strictly all women because I said that also. But Pokey, how much time you got before you got to go?
I'll wait till the game come on. I ain't tripping.
Okay, I don't even know what time it come on, so
We
that's
got a
why.
good half hour.
Okay, okay, because I want to
You
make
talking about the
sure we
basketball?
get.
It's on.
Yeah.
The
It's
game
on.
on. The game
Ain't
been
been
on.
on. Been on.
Damn it. Well, I'm here now. I thought it come on at 8:30.
Oh, okay.
Nah.
Well, we're not going. We won't be much longer. Let's country boy, go ahead. What was your comment on anything that was been said?
so
What Pokey was talking about?
so what so what was the discussion y'all had? Who you want your daughter to fight, the bear or
Uh,
the man, or who
Pokey
you want
remember
her to?
better than I do because I
So
barely
what it
remember.
was is this the lady asked if you're in the woods
Right.
by yourself, Solo Johnson, would you prefer to run across a strange man or a wild bear? And most
Ooh.
everybody, especially on the women's side of the game, chose a wild bear.
And I said the bear because of just thinking about what the men may do. So that's why Pokey was asking me about that, about what the men may wind up doing to my daughter or whatever, to that woman. So that's why I chose that. And I think most of the women chose the bear too, right, Pokey? Because I don't. We got to 7, but I got to get PM next.
It's kind of easier to get away from the bear than it will that man.
I think it was more to it than that, but I can't remember. Pokey may remember because that lady, she wanted to do a part 2 to that. That's why we having that again. But I know it was something that she was going with it with the bear and with the man and shit. But I like I say, I can't really remember. But I chose the bear over my daughter going with this strange guy. But so our country boy, I don't know what else to say on
I
that. But
got you. I
let's see
got you.
what PM got, and then I'll hit you at 7.
I ain't got much. I would need to know the rest of it too, because if
Yeah.
we stuck in the woods, our problem's bigger than the the bear anyway. So I need to know what the full question
That's
entail.
how I just said it is the full question.
Okay,
If
okay.
you in the woods by yourself, Solo Johnson, would you
Hmm.
rather come across a stranger
A stranger or a bear?
or a bear?
I would rather come across a stranger because we
That's
both survival and we can make it up out of there. We in the habitat of the animal's habitat, so I would not say.
And see, and on that PM, just to say on that, you really not having no fear from that man, from that stranger, whatever. But I think that some of the average women will have a fear of that man or what that man may do to her. He may rape her, he may keep her in captivity for X amount of long. And I think that's where some of the women's going with it, and that's where I was going with it. Whether that strange guy or any one of you guys on here now, being a stranger out there as the sexual things that a lot of these pervert guys can wind up doing to that woman. And I know you, Pokey, you gave some numbers, and the numbers are extremely low. But the question was asked to me then, and that's just still how I stand with my question because
which
not
is
knowing
why I
what that
say it's
guy may
internalized
do to him.
misandry.
Yeah, well, and it may be, but that's why I still stand on my question. I mean, on my answer with what I had said, though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So, uh, but
Mm.
let me see what I guess 7 had his hand up to say something a while ago. Unless Pokey, were you going to say something else on? No.
Uh, I, yes, there was
Go ahead.
somebody who said I forgot. It might have been Chocolate Buddha, but they were
Yeah.
saying that it's in my opinion. The numbers I have are not my opinion. The only thing
Right.
that'll be my opinion is about how much internalized misandry we have been taught to have and be okay with. And what I mean by that is most of us, because we're over 40, we grew up with the Oprah Winfrey Show, the Sally Jessy Raphael's, the Ricky Lake Show,
I ain't
the
watched none of
Rwanda
that shit
Show,
hardly, but yeah,
the oh your mama was watching. Your mama was watching them shows.
I
Uh,
don't know about that. But
okay,
go ahead though.
and and the whole like of that, and every last one of those shows always portrayed us as the terrible ones. There was even you remember for a while it was more black men were in jail than in college. That has always been a lie, but it gets repeated over and over until everybody believes it. And this is what I mean about examples of internalized misogyny, because a lot of the media, a lot of the mediums that we have access to are always showing us in the most terrible light. And another thing is that most women get to go unchecked about what the truth is of black men. Like, for instance, when you hear women say they're doing more, they're outdoing men and stuff like that, it's not true. It's not true. If you look it up, black men have the most businesses. with employee roles. Let me make that clear. That are paying other people. Now, if you want to talk about LLCs and S corps that are only single, black women have more of those than black men. Yes, but when we're talking about who's making the money, it is black men.
Right.
When we're talking about
I got you,
the,
Seven.
the education, for instance, y'all are always hearing that women are more educated than black men. That is only if we're talking about liberal arts degrees. That's
Okay.
it. That's it. That if we pulling up doctorates, matter of fact, any STEM, when you go look at STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, we got more than 100,000 more degrees in STEM than black women.
Mhm.
But if we're talking about social studies, if we're talking about degrees in African history, if we're talking about cheese appreciation degrees, yes, black women have more of those than black men. But if we just take it at face value, the things that women get to say about us, unregulated and untruthful, that's where I'm talking about the internalized misogyny. Because if you repeat a lie long enough, it becomes your truth,
Mhm.
and that's why I'm trying to bring real numbers to the situation so that we can have an honest conversation about
Right.
what's actually occurring. If I don't think outside of Seven, I don't think any of us have said that any type of sexual assault is cool in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And I believe that most of us, if we saw it happening, would intercede.
Right.
But the thing about it is that I am not going to be okay with somebody saying because I'm a stranger to the vast majority of women in the world that it's right, for however you feel, to choose a bear over me being a stranger, and not just me, but a stranger.
Right.
When we're talking about less than 1/10 of 1% of it actually being possibly occurring,
Okay.
we're either it and all feelings aside, for me, if I'm supposed to say, yeah, women can feel like that because of how terrible men are, that is me saying that I am a terrible man.
Hmm.
And I refuse that when I know I'm about as stand up as it's going to get,
Right.
and which is why I'm gonna stand up against the misandry that is normal, part and parcel, part of the black culture that we put forward, and
Hmm.
that's my issue.
Gotcha. Okay. Chocolate Buddha. I sent you the link, but I don't think we're gonna be on much longer because I know Poke want to watch more of the game, and I think Country Boy and some of these guys. So I sent you the link, but we probably have to set that up for another time. So Poke Dog, if you would just make a little note, and we'll touch back up on that again
Yes,
because I
sir.
know Chocolate Buddha is big on that. But I need to hit up Seven. I'm gonna get some closing comments and don't want to hold you guys from the game no more. And we'll set up a panel to where it's just us, but we can go deeper off into that. But I'm gonna still stick with the bear. Seven. What was you gonna say, Seven? And then we're gonna get some closing comments so I can
I
let you
just want to
guys get
say a
out of
few
here.
things real quick. It's apparent that I should probably apologize for speaking my mind. Because I'm truly sorry that you all have a comprehension problem. Because I never once said rape is okay or any of that. You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
think nobody said
It's
that. I don't think
it,
nobody.
it's clear opinions over statistics, of course, man, and
Yeah.
that's said in the rap song. So I'm noticing that because I've never said assaulting anybody it was good. I just said if you're strong enough to do it, it's gonna be done. Look at the way the world works. Why the fuck do you think war is still going on? If I can take it, it's mine. That's the way the world works. So a person on here left a comment and was saying there's no excuse for sexual assault. Correct. There is no excuse for that. That's just dirty. But the thing is, if you do something and you expect it to go your way, you're kind of slow because nobody leaves out of the house expecting not to get in a car accident, nigga. Or everybody leaves out of the house expecting not to get into it, right? That don't mean it's not gonna happen. If you have a car, it's a very high chance you might get smacked. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna crash into you, right? So one of the people said the question: if you saw a woman in revealing clothing, are you saying it's okay to rape them? I'm not saying that it is okay to do anything like that. That's deplorable as fuck. But the thing is, don't come out and revealing clothes around animals and then expected to not get treated like a piece of meat. You are a direct reflection of what you expect to happen. The same thing I just said, when women are in the workplace and they dressing in all these tight clothes and they got their ass popped out and they thighs showing. What do you think that's promoting, bitch? Are you retarded? You is trying to turn a nigga on. So when you successfully do it, don't be mad at the results because you succeeded. You've officially accomplished what you thought you was gonna do. The same thing with women coming outside with makeup on and wigs and eyelashes. Bitch, who are you trying to look attractive for? So why are you getting mad when that attraction works? Now I'm just not gonna ask you for it. I'm gonna take it. That's the rule of the animal kingdom. The one of the big major things that we keep getting confused is this: we're not outside of nature. We are animals. Like my boy Wizzle said, dogs gonna hunt. Bitch, what you think dogs do in the wild? A wolf will kill your ass. Don't think you above getting raped. Dress accordingly, act accordingly, and nothing to happen to you. And
All
that's
righty.
just Chicago rules.
Let's we're gonna get some closing comments. Chocolate Buddha, if you still watching, I think Poke Dog is pretty much available like on the 24th that evening about the same time. So Chocolate Buddha, check your schedule and let me know. I'll be having Chocolate Buddha and Jason. I'll be having to work with their schedule because Jason's all over the place. Chocolate Buddha, I think he's overseas and in and out. And then, but Poke, you way better at remembering shit than I am. So if you would just make a note, and then I'll set something up where we'll get on whoever is available for the maybe the 24th, and we'll come back and touch base on this. I don't think it's gonna be no game on that day, so I don't know. I'm trying
No,
to hurry up so we can get ready to get out of here.
NBA
Uh,
should be over. The championship should be over by then. Yeah, for
okay,
sure.
all right, that's what's up. Country Boy, let's get some closing comments and then let you guys get to the game. They want to get to the game.
I ain't got too much to say. I enjoyed you guys' company. If I don't see none of you guys, happy Father's Day. If y'all fathers, everybody stay peace and bliss, man.
All right.
Already. Same to
Well,
you, bro.
Country Boy, it's good having you on, man. And we look forward to you coming on Wizzo Talk many other times like that,
Yes,
and
sir. Yes,
and
sir.
breaking that fiery shit. So we appreciate you, brother, and I appreciate you reaching out to me and asking to go come on with a topic. And if you think of something else, anytime I always give anybody tell them, hey, if you think of a topic, let me know, and I'll assemble a team together, and we'll set it on off. And usually 7 pokey, sometime PM, depends on what day. They usually always stay ready, so they ain't got to get ready. And
I
Exactly.
appreciate you, sir.
already, all right, PM, what you
Salute.
got, man?
Hey man, I want to piggyback off this women wearing clothes things and if they should get attacked or not, right? That's been a big topic on a lot of the podcasts, and we went back and forth with it. A lot of the women are like, well, if I'm comfortable and I'm hot and I want to be comfortable, I should wear my breasts out or I should do this and do that, right? I look at it like this: police wear certain uniforms, right? And you see them and you identify them as cops. But there are also laws against non-police officers wearing police uniform for the simple fact they don't want to be misunderstood to be an officer, right? So that's the same thing as far as any other profession that you might have a profession that professional uniform that goes along, and most people can't wear that uniform outside working for them or being qualified to do so. So on a Saturday, if there's 200, 300 girls in the club and they all dress a certain way, and out of that 300, 292 of them are sitting up in there, acting out the way that they're dressed, and the other eight are just over there chilling, having a drink, and they're not like that. How is one supposed to identify you as being something different than the girls that they're looking at and giving the image that they're doing this for money or whatever the case may be, the ones you see on the videos, etc. So to the young lady out there that's in between or she's confused, don't dress a certain way because you will get a certain outcome. No matter if you're a gang member, if you are if you're a drag queen, you wear a dress and see a dude with a dress on, you're gonna think he a drag queen. So if you revealing all this stuff and you going out there and you wearing these short dresses, short skirts, whatever, you got to take what comes with it. No, it's not supposed to happen. Like you said, somebody's gonna be willing to cross that line because some women misidentify themselves and let them cross that line, and then you women got to pay for it. So I mean, you gotta dress how you dress, and the outcome is what the outcome may be. Just think about it. That's all I got to say about that. Or you can find me on the PM Lifestyle Podcast on YouTube, on Instagram, all that good stuff like that, man. I thank y'all once again for having me. Get your Wizzo merch. He's in the building with it, bro.
Already, and don't forget about PM merch. Did you already tell them where to find your merch at?
Man, I got the lifestyle merch, man. You can go to FalonMcKnight.com. It's FalonMcKnight.com. Go to the merch section. Once you hit merch, you can see the street graduate clothing by Propaganda. They're having a clothing line since like 2011. And you can also see the lifestyle podcast t-shirts. Real simple. Say lifestyle on the script, podcast. Got them in all sizes. Let me know.
Okay,
Got you.
you know what? The next time you and Seven and the guys that have merch and other podcasts, I'm gonna get you guys to share it in the private chat, and some of it I can move over to the general chat right here, but some of it won't show up on different ones. But by all means, the next time, guys, make sure y'all post that off in there, or even after this video is over, go back and post your link to your merch just in case somebody want to find it. Because I'm telling you, Seven got some pretty fly merch too. He's just throwing some up in the bag right there. So make sure you guys go and tag it and post your link off in there. You know, I don't be tripping and shit. I think we got to get Poke Doctor closing comments.
Hey, so I love starting sharpening the steel with you fellas. Definitely appreciate being here, Wizzo. One thing I want to make sure though is that we know that Black men, you're doing pretty good. Could you do better? Sure, but we're talking about compared to other ethnic groups. It's the stereotypical lies that I'm trying to fight against. We are on our way, and we're always being struggled against. And I want us to be able to celebrate our accomplishments. We're not in jail like that. We're not deadbeat dads like that. When 55% of Black men 19 to 49 have never been married, never have any children, there is no reason that we should be looked at immediately as more than likely being a deadbeat dad, more than likely being arrested, more than likely not having our shit together. Those are the stereotypes and the misandry, especially when it comes to us Black men, that I want to stand up against. Any of the numbers, and the numbers matter because that's the only real thing. Like, you can feel how you want to feel regardless, but it's the numbers that are going to stand true at the end of the day. It's the number of Black men, like I was saying, that do not have children, that have never been married. That is the majority. When we look at so 55%, now we got 45%. 36% of Black men are married and building warehouse. So now we got about 9-10% of niggas that we got to worry about that's doing bad. It ain't the average Black man that's doing bad, but all of us get this reputation because of the narrative that's being pushed out. And I'm going to stand up against these whole ass narratives. Black men are strong. And we struggle against the whole goddamn world every day. That includes our women. And we still here fighting. And I'm going to still be here fighting too. And one more thing. Seven, I know you get misunderstood a lot, but that's why when I send you messages, I make sure I address it to you directly, because we be on the same page a lot of the time. One thing he said from the last time that nobody stuck to is you must protect yourself at all times. Okay? If women are so scared of men, then they should be some of the biggest 2A advocates on this planet. There should not be one. Every last one of them should be Halle Berry from John Wick. If we're that dangerous, if there's that much fear, then action that needs to be taken is they need to be the biggest 2A advocates on the planet. Because I tell you what, Bear or Chuck Norris or Brock Lesnar, a 357 finna lay somebody down. And if it's really that serious, then we need to protect yourself at all time instead of just saying it's cool to denigrate Black men. I'll stop there.
Boom. PM, you was holding up the remote. Were you finna say something, or you finna eat some more damn Junior Mints or some shit? What you shit?
That ain't no damn remote. Them bullets.
I know I'm fucking with it. I'm just messing with it.
That's a clip.
I grabbed the roll remote.
Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah, he about to change the channel on nigga. That's great.
Permanently.
hey guys, I definitely can't wait till to the next one. I'm not
Man.
gonna hold you guys any longer on that right there. Folk has things I want to comment on, but it's already we've been going 2.5 hours, so I'm not going to do that. But guys, it's always interesting. You never know what's going to come up on the barbershop. It definitely gets deep. I appreciate you guys, each and every one of you. I also appreciate the comments. I asked you guys later to to share this live and to go back and make sure you check at the comments because I think you've seen some of the comments before and commented on there. So when you guys sometimes it be some interesting comments out there.
Yeah, do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
do.
with that being said, guys, hey, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I want to thank y'all being here on Wizzo Talk, and we will see y'all next.